Good morning, students. Today we will see the concluding part of the lesson Animal Kingdom. Today we will see the next class, that is Reptilia. The name Reptilia is given because these animals, their mode of locomotion is creeping or crawling. Animals are mostly terrestrial. Body is covered with dry and cornified skin. Epidermal scales or scutes. Scutes are the shell which is made up of hard and large scales, like you have seen on the back of the turtle. So that plate-like structures, hard plate-like structures, they are called as scutes. Tympanum represents ear. Here again, external ear, that is pinna, is absent. Heart is three-chambered with the exception of the crocodile. It has four-chambered heart. Snakes and lizards, which belong to this reptilia group, they shed their scales as skin cast. The organisms are cold-blooded, that is poikilothermic. Sexes are separate. Fertilization is internal. These animals are oviparous. They lay eggs and the development is direct. The next class is class Apes. Commonly, it is called as birds. Most of them can fly except flightless birds like ostrich, kiwi, penguin. The typical characteristic of class Aves or birds is their body is covered with feathers. They possess beak. Forelimbs are modified into wings. Hind limbs have scales and are modified for walking, swimming, or clasping the tree branches. Skin is dry and only oil glands are present at the base of the tail. Other glands are not present, only oil glands are there. Endoskeleton is of bones. Long bones are hollow with air cavities. They are called as pneumatic bones. This is to reduce the body weight so they can fly easily. Digestive tract has additional chambers called crop and gizzard. Heart is completely four-chambered, two auricles and two ventricles. Class Aves, these are warm-blooded animals and the word used is homoeothermous. Warm-blooded means they maintain a constant body temperature. Though the outside temperature changes, the body temperature of these organisms do not change according to the outside temperature. That means they maintain a constant body temperature. These are warm-blooded animals. Air sacs are connected to lungs. Sexes are separate. Fertilization internal. Oviparous animals and the development of the young one is direct. The last class, that is Mammalia. The name is derived from the mammary glands which secrete milk to nourish the young ones. Two pairs of limbs adapted for walking, running, climbing, burrowing, swimming or flying. As you know that the animals belonging to Mammalia, some of them are marine, some of them are arboreal. So that is why swimming, flying, this is mentioned. Skin is unique in possessing hair. Till now, in all the classes, you have not seen this, that the skin possesses hair. So this is the typical characteristic of class Mammalia. External ear or pinna is present. They have different types of teeth in the jaw. Heart is four-chambered. These organisms are also homoeothermous, that is warm-blooded animals. Sexes are separate. Fertilization internal. Viviparous organisms with few exceptions. Mammalia group is viviparous. They give birth to the young one. So such organisms are called as viviparous organisms. But there are certain exceptions in this class. The exceptions are platypus and spiny anteater. The development of the young one is direct development. So these are the typical characteristics of class Mammalia. With this, we have completed this lesson. In next part, we will see the new lesson. Thank you.